Hey, for those of you who follow my videos, I've mentioned before about this person who had a brain issue, had a, a brain tumor, and in a nutshell, what that brain tumor did was allow this person to not be able to experience any emotions at all. And there was this view that, we make poor decisions because our emotions get in the way. But what it actually showed was in reality, this person was unable to make very basic decisions. And in essence, it proved and showed that the way we feel about something um, is more of a determinant of how we make decisions based on how we feel rather than what we do with our rational brain. That said, it's important then to understand that if you've got an undercurrent or a personality, whatever you want to call it, um, where you're highly aggressive or very, very fearful, which is that fight or flight kind of defense mechanism that we all have. Kids that have had trauma in their lives tend to have one of those two dominate. And so that then leads to certain aspects of their lives which maybe not as good as it should be. Their relationships are different. Their effectiveness is different. And there's lots of studies. Human synergistics have lots of information about this, for example. And so just understanding that alone in terms of how you feel, if you feel angry all the time, it has a massive effect on your interactions with other people. It has a massive effect on how you think about things. And again, because of how you feel, if you're feeling aggressive, it's going to have an effect on the decisions you make. There's a lot of people in prisons around the world for who, for whatever reason, the aggression took over. They got aggressive, they got violent, and there was a bad outcome, not just for them and possibly other people, and their interactions with their spouses and all that kind of stuff have massive effects on them. So understanding that, you know, how you want to change that pattern is really important for you, because if it dominates and dominates, you're going to have a negative effect on you. We don't want that, right? On the flip side, for people who are highly defensive and kind of scared all the time, it affects their interactions. They don't necessarily go out and talk to people very easily. They don't work on their social skills that much because they're so fearful of interactions. And so that has an effect as well. They also could, at a work level, they end up being the doormat, and then they go and ruminate over the fact that someone's given them heaps of work. They get angry about it, but they won't address it with the person. So again, those fearful interactions means that they disengage and won't have a conversation when someone treats them badly. They look for relationships where, unfortunately, they get dominated. So there's a number of effects that can have on the person's whole entire life just based on having a defense mechanism as your undercurrent. So really exploring that, reading about it, seeing counselors, whatever it is that takes you to change that pattern is a really important first step to getting things done.